Hello, children of the night, and welcome to Tarot Nights with the Hanged Empress. Here we do shadow work following the moon.
Yo, VI, play the beat.
Ooh, kids, I am liking the Sagittarius new moon energy. I love that we get a little bit of both in this moon phase. It's the fire that we need to break through the ice. It's a beautiful energy. Hello, children of the night, and welcome to Tarot Nights with the Hanged Empress. Here we do shadow work following the moon. We are a collective following our emotional journey through the stars, connecting to ourselves and the world around us in new and better ways. Man, just loving this. It feels like we're eating our own pumpkin pie for a change. We're enjoying our own company, presence, and self. Again, it's reuniting with that higher self after, again, breaking through the internal ice. It kind of feels like chiseling away at a block of ice around our heart until we found the love for ourselves again and we remembered what it feels like to do that. Oh yeah, it's so much better, isn't it? So much better. Death. Turned over, reversed, and stuck inside. We're still riding on that pumpkin pie song, I tell you. Looks like you've got something stuck inside. But we're going to slice up our own heart like pumpkin pie. I'm just looking at this little butterfly here in this death card. The reminder, this is a rebirth opportunity. This is the opportunity to shed old ways of thinking, moving, and acting. And it's just stuck inside, and all we have to do is warm it up. The transitions and the transformations are blessed, and they are present in the present moment. So don't forget that what you don't see, you can always feel when you go inside. The novice of chalices. Ah, this is what my heart looks like. This is what my own love feels like. This is reconnecting in that space and holding our own love, our own cup of love. Not to pour anywhere at this time. This is the time for us to look down at what it is that we have found in the wells beneath ourselves and give thanks for it. Be grateful for it. Enter this space with a heart full of gratitude, and you will be welcome in it. The Elder of Chalices. The wisdom gained, the knowledge, the growth and progression. Same space, same place. Back to that Jack and the Beanstalk that we were addressing earlier in our reads as well. That instant growth, the the accomplishment on the ladder of progression that is emotional intelligence and an intuitive connection to our own emotional selves. What we have grown is the ability to recognize what it is that we hold and how valuable it truly is. And now we can place it with care and dignity, eloquence. Now it's ready to give. The water matured into wine. We were holding it, giving it our blessing. And now that the water has matured with us into a fine wine, we can share it. I'm hearing aging like a fine wine. You're aging like a fine wine. Whatever this is that we have to offer, it only gets better with age, with time, with care, with that gratitude and blessing that we put on a ritual. This feels slow and choppy, like a lake when the water or when the wind is blowing over a lake and it's just causing these ripples, and it looks like the water itself is shivering in response. And there's just like tiny little waves, but they're not like forming full waves. The wind isn't strong enough for that. It's just a little bit tumultuous. Like there's something bubbling up from the inside even. What is that? What's coming up? Now there's like an underwater temple, or like the city on the back of the turtle, like emerging up out of the water. I'm kind of getting freaked out. Cool. Cool. What? It's gonna come out weird. There's somebody behind your back who's got your back. There's somebody who's got your back behind your back. There, that makes sense. Sorry. That came in a little bobbled in my brain, and I was like, wait, what? We got this. We're cool. Yeah. There's somebody who's got your back behind your back. Whether or not you are aware of it, there is an energy of support out there somewhere. Okay. Cool. We're going to turn over our little stack here. Get into our story mode. So, we have the Novice of Swords. And something is bringing my eyes to the Cardinal. But I'm struggling to remember at this very moment what all the Cardinal represents. But where is it? It's not, it must not be important. All right. Novice of Swords. Seven of Swords. No, Seven of Wands. I have to look at this. Seven of Wands, Ace of Wands, Four of Pentacles, reversed, and the Hermit. This feels like been handed a weapon. We've been handed an idea, a responsibility, a job, a purpose, perhaps from spirit itself. And we're kind of looking at this like, I don't know how to use this. Do I know how to use this? I understand that the pointy end is pointy, that it's sharp along the sides. I understand its purpose, but how do I use this tool that I have been given? Because it could be a tool or a weapon, or it could choose to not even learn how to use this and just throw it to the ground. So that's giving me very much an astrological tool. Something in the stars is opening up a window of opportunity for you to utilize a particular tool from your own personal chart that you can utilize or learn how to utilize or master. And it might be something that you're not very good with yet, or you don't have a lot of experience with yet. I think that is why we either have the desire to reach out for coaching, tutoring, mentoring, um, just looking for an example or somebody to help us to learn how to utilize this tool. Highly suggest, again, if this is within the astrological realm of the toolkit that you equipped yourself with, say you are learning about your Venus and how you relate to others and communicate. We're going to use that as the example because we have a partnership here, working together, teamwork. How do you relate to others? Maybe where your Venus is located, you don't really know all of the things that your particular position can offer you. But if you connect with another individual who has this placement, maybe in another location, or has a particular knowledge or understanding, they're going to be the kind of person that you want to have around to learn from this person and the way that they relate, utilizing this particular sign. And I think once you get that, you'll be able to initiate your own torch, your own source, your own guide. You really just need to be shown how to use the thing. And once you gain the experience and understand how to utilize this particular tool, it's going to ignite a fire, a passion within you to want to build something with it. Oh, this is how I can use this? Well, this is what I want to make with it. And that is the divine initiating spark of the Ace of Wands that is going to light this all up. Thank you, Sagittarius, because that is very much a gift that we are getting astrologically. So, however, maybe it is. Maybe it straight up is Sagittarius energy. And connecting with that, connecting with other people who have strong Sagittarius placements could help you along your path and your journey. Maybe you have a Venus in Sagittarius. I don't know. We're going crazy with it. The Four of Pentacles is reversed. And I got a handful of different thoughts, feelings, and emotions about this. Like, obviously, there is, at least in this country, it has been a whole recent hubbubaloo over food and the ability to attain food. And I just thought that it was a very interesting thing to observe as a person who has gone hungry and who has been hungry before, and how you would maturely handle that situation. Because if you're hungry, you don't starve in a day, so you have time to think about and work out how you're going to get food. You can still grow food. You can still, you know, seek out resources. There are so many things available if you just stop throwing a temper tantrum and put your mind to it. You don't have to be hungry. Nobody has to be hungry. It's getting so worked up inside your own mind that you think that you can't have this thing, so you somehow end up blocking yourself from it by not understanding how to properly utilize food, resource, spirit, the earth around you. There's always a way. You're always provided for. And I think that that is what this is us putting down that mentality, that worry, that struggle. It just feels like you're not going to be hungry anymore because you put in the work. If you put in the work towards the thing, towards growing your food, your nourishment, whether it is literal pentacle food, whether it is an idea, a business, a I had like a bunch of examples and now they're starting to run out of my head like a river. They're just pouring out of me. The ideas, the infinite abundance of thoughts that you could possibly have about solutions, they're just pouring out of me at this point. You could keep going with it. You could really get yourself lost in the sauce of all of these ideas. So the best thing that you can do when you are experiencing this opening of the gates and you receive this flood and this rush of ideas that have been cracked open from this fire, this passion, this desire, this thing that you found that drives you, is to put down as much as you possibly can. Spread it all out in front of you and choose. Get to work. What is the most practical? What is the most realistic? We're bringing that pentacle mentality all the way down into the roots and deciding where they're going to grow best. And this is an introspective, this is an introspective, very personal thing. This is something that, again, you kind of want advice on, but not hands-on interaction, if that makes sense. Working with others, but ultimately choosing the path that's best for you. And all of that is going to require a time of silence, a time of peace, and space with yourself to really figure out how you can make your next dream happen, how you can accomplish this next goal, how you can carry out this torch into your daily life and truly create something with it, a sustainable lifestyle. We have everybody out on the board. Not everybody, we have all of the elements available to us. The time of abundance is not over yet. There's still things to be harvested. There's still things that we are planting, that we are growing. The life cycle never stops or slows, it just slows down. It takes its time. It has patience. And those are lessons that we can take from the earth itself and the changing of the seasons. Everything changes. What once was bound and crawling on its belly. I don't know why my voice started to break there. I know that laryngitis is creeping up. It's been going around. We just keep moving. Keep her moving. All right. What once was on its belly and crawling on the ground is going to take flight. It will transform. It will rise up above the fire, above the dirt. It will rise up into the wind and the rain. The thoughts and the feelings that uplift, that carry you to your next destination. It's also beautiful. Thank you all for sharing this energy, this space, and this place. I appreciate the opportunity. You all have a fantastic moon, and we'll see you next time.
Closing time.
One last call for alcohol, so finish your whiskey or beer. Closing time. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. I know who I want to take me home. I know who I want to take me home.